Dan. I believe that's how you pronounce this. Go Nats. We got mojo. Now, hopefully that mojo is a hitting. Remember, they scored 17 runs total, combined game 1 and 2, but only scored 3 runs total, game 3, 4, and 5 combined. So we need those Nats to happen. Derek Baker says Strasburg will be unhittable. Now, I can't say he will be unhittable, but he is difficult to hit off of. Like I mentioned before, he is 4-0. This is the site of the World Series. They are getting the field ready right now. The grounds crew, you got to give a shout out to the grounds crew. They get their stuff done every day. Show no emotion walking by the way. That's how focused they are. Oh, he's smiling now. Smiling now. They get this field ready all the time. Matter of fact, there's some holes on the field that they come around with like grass shavings to fill them in. It is that serious of a deal here at Minute Maid Park. All right, what other questions do we have? David Hilbert says, may both teams come here and beat our dictators of the legislator to death. Next question, I guess? Yeah, next. Tarita Pulley says, well, anyway, shout out to David anyways. David, what questions do you have about the team? What's going on in the clubhouse? What questions do you have about the pitching staff, about Steven Strasburg? David Martinez says he is our rock. So let's lean on the rock today to force the game 7. Tarita Pulley says, go Nats. Todd Bates says, hey, Darren. Well, hey, back to you, Todd. Todd Bates also says Nats in 7. I will say this, though. Steven Strasburg pitching in Game 6. I have a lot of confidence in that. I think that the Nationals are in a better position overall if they can force that Game 7 because Max Scherzer is dominant. I'm leaning. If they can force a Game 7, I'll say odds are working in the Nationals' favor. I'm just saying, just some history on that. The road team has won every single playoff game so far in this World Series. It happened. The road team hasn't won 6 straight ever before, but so far they have 5. Might as well break a record here. The Nationals, they've also won, I believe it's 7 straight road games. That is the most road games won by a National League team in Major League Baseball history. Actually, as a matter of fact, it's 6 straight road games. The World Series, the road team has run 7 straight. That's a Major League record, by the way. That 7 straight dates back to last season during that World Series. Enough of breaking down the stats. Let's continue to give you guys some more shout-outs. Elizabeth Soretto says, today will be a win. We love you. Go for hit 7. Go for hit 7 run. Go for hit 7 run. I don't know exactly what that means. We love you. Go for the hit 7 run. Help me out. What do you mean by that? Todd Bates says, Nats will rise with backs against the wall. Yes, they will rise with their backs against the wall. I'll say it real quick again. Their backs were against the wall against Milwaukee. They were down 3-1 in the 8th inning. Juan Soto hit the 3-run double. Nats up 4-3. They went on to advance in the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. Their backs were against the wall. Dodgers, LA Dodgers were up 2-1. They came back and won Game 4. Then in Game 5, their backs were up against the wall in the 8th inning. Back-to-back home runs to tie the ball game, send it to extra innings. In the 10th inning, a grand slam home run by Howie Kendrick, and the Nationals win their first series in Major League history and advance to the NLCS for the first time in history, and then they swept the Cardinals. But their backs are against the wall again because it's a must-win for them. All right, what other questions do we have? Michael B. Cannon says, Nats win Game 6. I'm agreeing with you on that one. That's my prediction right there. The Nats will win Game 6. Deanna Parrott says, go Nats. In Strasburg, we trust. David Zalonis says, go Nats. Win or lose, thanks for the great season. Being in the World Series and the fight to get there is something I'll never forget. You know what? What was a personal conversation? When Davey Martinez left this field to go into the clubhouse, probably about 20 minutes ago, I grabbed Davey Martinez to the side, and I didn't want to make it public and all, but what I told Davey Martinez was, no matter what happens here in Game 6, or let's just say, no matter what happens in Game 7, I'm so proud of the job that he has done. How he has turned this team around from a 19-31 ball club, second worst record in the National League, to a team that is literally only 2 wins away from winning the World Series. Patrick Corbin stood right here about 10 minutes ago, and we're talking about that motto, stay in the fight. And I was totally distracted by Chris Mulholland, who was literally creeping in the background. But let me finish my thought. But Patrick Corbin was talking about that stay in the fight motto. It's something that he said Davey Martinez made up during the middle of the season, and they have stuck by. When you have a leader that people want to lean on, Davey Martinez is that guy. I personally want them to win Game 6 and Game 7 because I truly believe in what Davey Martinez did, the way he turned this team around. I have the utmost respect for Davey Martinez. Let's give you guys some more shout-outs and read some more of your comments, any questions that you have as well. T. Bailey says, let's go Nats. Also, if you read in our comments section, you'll see that we're also posting links to some of the stories. If you want to know more about this Nationals team, if you want to know about the postseason, how about the top 10 things you need to know about Game 6 of the World Series? Look in our timeline. WSA9 is posting in the comments section. Click on those links. Read those stories. It's good stuff to get you prepared for Game 6 of the World Series. Also, some personal stuff about some of the particular players on the team. You don't want to miss that. Go and click that link and read. Rome Roland says, how's Strasburg's health? Do you think his arm could bring it home for us? Steven Strasburg's ready, y'all. He's a guy who's really focused, who's been playing at his A game, 4-0 this particular postseason. Trust me, he's ready. Belinda Farlow says, let's go Nats, always with you. Cecilia Miller says, let's go Nats, I have faith. Tony Popkin says, go Nats, and could we please leave politics out of this? Probably referring to the previous comments. The only time you can say politics in the World Series mixed together was when the President Trump showed up for Game 5. It's just a report, but it's a clear report that the reception wasn't that good. They were booing him when they put him up on the Jumbotron and were chanting, lock him up. That's what happened when Trump was at the game. Now we're on to Game 6, though. Jeff Osborne says, may the best team win. Go Astros. Someone block Jeff. Someone block Jeff. Todd Bates says, the Nats scare. We just look back at the 12-3 win in Houston. The Nats scare? Maybe it's the Nats score, maybe? Todd Bates, go in there and edit your comment. Let me know what you're actually talking about. Ricky Helton says, go Nats. Todd Bates says, scare me. Oh, the Nats scare me. Gotcha. Now we got you. All right. Todd Bates says, the Nats scare me. We just looked back at the 12-3 win in Houston. Brendan Barnes says, let's do this, Nats. If you want to learn more about Finish the Fight, that link is also posted by WSA9. Albertina says, let. That's it. Albertina, what else? She just said, let. Let's go who? Let's go Nationals. Let's go Astros. I'm going to say she says, let's go Nationals. Maggie Reardon says, it's been a great year. Also, Donald Mayer says, see you tomorrow night with Lucky Caps hat. They won all road playoff clinching games for the Caps. Donald, can I get a zoom in? This is what's on my mind. No matter of fact, not what's on my mind. I'll do a one word. Donald, this is for you. My one word for you, Donald, is superstitious. Donald, you better wear that hat just like you did during the other the game clinchers. You know what? I've been a fan of many teams in my life. My dad and I had some of our greatest memories, and if there was a lucky seat that I was sitting in, best believe every single time that team played, I sat in that lucky seat the same way I did from Game 1 to when they won the championship. So, Donald, you and your lucky hat in game clinchers, playoff clinching games, you better put that hat on and say, go Nats. And that's why superstitious is my one word. Because when you're superstitious like me, you don't look crazy when they win. All right, we can zoom back out. That was a weird one word, but I almost forgot what my one word was at one point. Continue to comment on our Facebook page. We're just getting ready here. We're only a few minutes away. They're going to kick us off the field. It is 7:02 Eastern time, but they're putting paint in the batter's box right now. Hey, shout out to Grant. Make sure y'all check out his radio show. I listen to it all the time. Because he's acting shy. He's not shy. He's a great dude. But listen to his radio show. 11-1, right, Grant? 11-1? 11-1? Yeah, 11-1. Don't miss it. That was 12-1. Oh, no. The time you're on. Nah, 10-2. I always listen from 11-1. He's 10-2. My bad. 10-2. Listen to Grant. All right, let's read some more comments out. Margaret Clint says, go Nats. Felicia Lester says, go Nats. Alicia Marie says, Nats for the win. Go Nats, go. Chris Mole says, let's go Nats. Bring your trophy. Brian Vetter says, we will do it. Go Nats. I love the positive energy, by the way. Love the positive energy. Remember, the Nationals have won 6 straight road games. Last I checked, this does not look like Nationals Park. This does not look like Washington, D.C. It looks like Houston, Texas. That means the Nationals are on the road where they have won 6 straight games. they can get it done. Their backs are against the wall, but they're used to this particular situation. All right, Donald Mayer says, no problem, see you tomorrow. Gregory Wilson says, pray for Doswell. I don't know who Doswell is. But anyways, Gregory Wilson says Astros in 6. So who is it? Jeff and Gregory. Let's block Jeff and Gregory. We're blocking y'all. You know what, Gregory? This one's for you. Can we get another zoom in? This one's for all the Astro fans. Listen, I have a lot of respect for all the Astro fans out there. But I'm going to talk a little bit about the Astros in Game 6. You guys have a guy by the name of Justin Verlander on the mound who is 0-5 in World Series starts. He started 6 games, but he's 0-5. He has never won in the World Series as a starting pitcher. That is the worst record in Major League history in a World Series game. So Jeff and Gregory, that one's for you. That's what's on my mind. Let's zoom back out. Let's talk to some of these National fans. Wires Rivera says Astros in La Casa. Astros in the house. I do know a little bit of Spanish there. Shout out to Chris Mulholland, who's watching live. That was the guy who was creeping from behind, who totally distracted me when I was talking about Patrick Corbin. Continue to comment on our Facebook page. You guys are giving some great comments, a lot of great energy. I want to give you guys some more shout-outs before we leave this field and Game 6 of the World Series starts. I'm going to read off 5 more rapid-fire comments, and then we're going to wrap it up, but I will reply to your comments. All right, let's see what we have now. Greg Reed says Nats in 7. Percolis says go Nats, bring it home. Ronald Anthony Blocker Jr. says just ketchup, just sauce, raw sauce. Whatever, just ketchup, just raw sauce. Whatever that means, I hope that means the Nationals win. Maggie Reardon says great year to be a Nats fan. We're hoping for the wild card, and here we are hoping for a wild card, and here we are in the World Series. Pinch me. And we swept the Cardinals. Thanks, Nats. It's been a great ride. Let's hope this ride does not end soon. And then one more comment. Brian Vetter says, history in the making, work in progress, to be continued tomorrow night. Everyone's hoping for a Game 7. Steven Strasburg, 4-0 in the postseason. If they can get that Game 7, that means Max Scherzer will be back. He's back from his neck injury. David Martinez says he will start barring anything else happening. Till then, comment on our Facebook page. I will reply to you. We need that Game 6 win, so the Nationals can now win 7 straight road games after Game 6. Until then, from Minute Maid Park in Houston, Texas, I'm Darren Haynes. Your boy's out.